Paying your sewer bill helps keep our Great Lake great, but paying that bill can sometimes be difficult. That's why the Northeast Ohio Regional Sewer District has expanded its cost-saving programs to help customers lower their bills. To see if you qualify, call 216-881-8247 or visit neorsd.org/save. Your sewer district, keeping our Great Lake great.
The Northeast Ohio Regional Sewer District presents Clean Water Works, a monthly news magazine and your source for local water, sewer, and stormwater news that affects you and your community. Clean Water Works features the people, projects, and programs that are protecting your health and environment. Your sewer district, keeping our Great Lake great.
Hi, and welcome to this edition of Clean Water Works. Today we're here in the Analytical Services Department of the Northeast Ohio Regional Sewer District. In today's episode, we're going to learn a lot about water quality testing here in the lab, and we're also going to learn about deep tunnel excavation of our Doane Valley Tunnel.
But first, Matt Sharver is going to discuss how stormwater management benefits our communities.
Hello, I'm Matt Sharver, Deputy Director of Watershed Programs at the Northeast Ohio Regional Sewer District. And today we're going to discuss with you elements of our Regional Stormwater Management Program. And all this information can be found at our district website at www.neorsd.org. One of the first things that we've done at the Northeast Ohio Regional Sewer District, and we've been doing this for years, has been getting out in the field and inspecting the regional stormwater system. Again, that 476 miles of stream network, whether it's a small tributary stream or the mighty Cuyahoga River, we are inspecting that for debris jams, sediment deposition, erosion issues, understanding where flooding is occurring and affecting infrastructure, road crossings, private property, and the like. And as you can see, there's much debris that accumulates in these stream courses, big and small, at critical points within the system, either at culvert crossings, railroad crossings, bridge abutments, and other items like that that could cause significant issues during large storm events. So our stormwater inspection and maintenance crews are out in the field inspecting that and then managing to remove that material from the system. So again, we achieve free-flowing conveyance during storm events. So any customer in our service area can contact the Northeast Ohio Regional Sewer District to make us aware of issues that they see on their local stream. Our customer service number is 216-881-8247, and you can contact that number at any time and get a customer service representative to pass that information on to our stormwater inspection and maintenance group. We do service 56 member communities through our stormwater management program, and we have a person that's dedicated and assigned to each of those communities, and we refer to those folks as our watershed team leaders. So they are a conduit to the communities and back to the district for information passage back and forth, so we understand what's happening in the field at all times. As I mentioned before, we do thorough inspections of that regional system throughout the year to ensure capacity, and if need be, we have contracts in place to address any emergency issues that need to be addressed and or routine maintenance throughout any given year. We're addressing debris removal. That's typically large woody debris that accumulates along the stream or river corridors that builds up in the stream itself. We remove that material again to make sure that we have free-flowing conveyance. The next main pillar of our program is our stormwater master planning program, where we are looking at each individual major watershed for the first time really ever in Northeast Ohio to comprehensively understand where erosion is occurring, how the flooding is occurring, and what it is affecting, and then what water quality issues that we can try to address as we deal with the erosion and flooding. And so to give you some understanding of what those are, we have the Cuyahoga River South master plan that is nearing completion, or it is completed now. That was a significant investment for that particular area, where we have developed alternatives and now recommendations that we will move into our design and construction phase to implement solutions along those watersheds within that master planning area. We've broken the Cuyahoga River up into the south and the north areas because it is a larger watershed, and we're moving to completion on the Cuyahoga River North master plan. Again, another significant investment in the region to understand all the erosion, flooding, and water quality issues in this watershed. The Rocky River is receiving the same treatment, so an individual stormwater master plan is underway in the Rocky River watershed as well, addressing streams like Baldwin Creek, Abram Creek, Baker Creek, and the like out in the western part of our service area. And then finally, we've combined the Sugarland River and Lake Erie direct tributaries watersheds into one master plan, and that master plan was launched this year in 2019 and will be completed in the years coming. Again, looking at those same issues that we've discussed on previous watersheds. From the master plans, we develop alternatives and recommendations, and those recommendations move forward into a nomination and prioritization process, from which then we take our stormwater revenue fees and we develop a prioritized budget for design and then construction to implement projects throughout the region to address those erosion, flooding, and water quality issues. And so just to provide some examples to have some clearer, better understanding of what we're trying to address, this is a location where stream bank along West Creek has failed, and this is in close proximity to an assisted living facility, a medical facility. So here, the regional stormwater management program can take a look at this particular issue through the master plan, understand the best alternatives, and come up with a refined recommendation to effectively develop a prioritized project that we can budget and then implement and solve this issue for this particular item on West Creek. Another example is in the Hemlock Creek watershed, where residential development has occurred in the past. The stream itself of Hemlock Creek has been maneuvered and pushed and pulled in different directions over time, and has created some flooding issues and erosion issues that need to be addressed. So again, we apply our master planning analysis to this, develop a recommendation, and then move towards design and implementation of a construction project to address the stream that's affecting private properties here along Hemlock Creek. So moving into our construction, what have we done thus far under the program? The program has actually been moving forward since 2013 when we initiated our fee collection, and I'll talk a little bit more about the stormwater fee in a few moments. But in terms of construction, what's been completed thus far, here are a few examples. This first example is Beecher's Brook in Mayfield Village. You can see the significant erosion that's occurring along Beecher's Brook. It's been happening for years. And Beecher's Brook steadily has been marching towards a residential development. In the picture that's shown, you can just see the rooftops of the homes up on the top of the bluff, overlooking Beecher's Brook. In this photo, you can see the during construction. So this gives you an aerial view, a better proximity of where the actual homes are located adjacent to Beecher's Brook. But at this point, we have already moved Beecher's Brook further away from the homes with our ability to re-engineer through natural channel design, more sinuosity, more flow path to dampen down flows during storm events, essentially lessen the velocities that are flowing through Beecher's Brook to soften the erosion that was occurring. We also add features to improve water quality, whether it's through oxygenation of the water column, through riffle and pool structures, more fish habitat, more aquatic life habitat, in addition to floodplain expansion that you can see here now clearly as we look down at stream level, looking back upstream. You can see the wide, flat floodplain areas immediately adjacent to Beecher's Brook that weren't there before. They are now all revegetated with trees that will continue to grow and replace that riparian corridor, providing much needed shading on the stream for good water quality benefits. So we provide a holistic watershed-based approach to our projects to ensure that we capture not only erosion control, flood control, but also water quality. Moving into Dome Brook within the city of Cleveland, this is in the Rockefeller Park area. Dome Brook, again, was marching steadily towards Cleveland Museum of Art, causing a slope failure. So this was an area that needed to be addressed as well from an erosion standpoint. This is a view of that project under construction. Quite a significant project that we had to undertake here to re-engineer the slope, again adding sinuosity to Dome Brook, an additional flow path, and most importantly adding floodplain access where it hadn't been before. So a significant investment here in Dome Brook within Rockefeller Park, but with tremendous benefits, including some water quality benefits as well. Here in the finished product, you can see the slope is much more stable, completely vegetated now, will become a forested corridor in the future, and you can see the broad, wide floodplains adjacent to Dome Brook and the stabilization that's occurred there. If you have any questions about the Regional Stormwater Management Program, feel free to reach out to the Northeast Ohio Regional Sewer District through our customer service number at 216-881-8247, or go to our website, www.nersd.org. Again, there are specific folks, watershed team leaders for each and every community throughout our stormwater service area that you can individually reach out to and get information about the program, or if you have an inspection you'd like to request or a problem area that you'd like us to review, we are happy to do that and offer our services for everyone, all of our customers.
And now we're going to head out to one of our deep tunnel excavations. So all these brasses where it says brass in, these are all personnel right now that are down in the tunnel. Kind of gives you an idea of how many people actually go in and out of the tunnel on a daily basis. This is our ventilation system that we have. That's the actual ventilation that goes down to the TBM. It's that flexible line, that flexible bag line that you can see there. Those are the actual segments that we use to create that lining system. All the grout that's produced that goes behind those ring segments as they're installed gets produced up here. It then goes down via pipeline the whole entire length of the tunnel to the actual face where it's being injected at. Right now what they're doing is they are unloading muck boxes. For every 5 feet of mining that we get, it fills up about 8 muck cars. Once the train cars are empty, this train will then move its way back up to the TBM and get refilled and then come back. It's a constant shuttle all day long. They have 2 trains running the whole entire time. As we get farther and farther away from this location, it takes longer and longer each trip. It takes about 20 to 25 minutes to run out to the actual cutter head. This is the actual spoil straight from the cutter head. And as that cutter head is spinning and it's thrusting forward, that is the material that it's actually grinding out. So we're running mining operations out of here 24/7 right now. So there's 3 shifts. Solid concrete all the way through the segments. It's actually a steel fiber reinforced concrete.
I've been in this business now for about 20 years. After a while, you don't even realize you're down here. You forget you're even underground sometimes, for me anyways. Here we have our guidance system. It gives us an idea of where the machine's at and where we need to be. We can control the angle of the head with these controls here. For example, if we need to go to the right, we can steer right here and then also push harder on the left side of the machine. It's been a fantastic machine so far.
Now this is the keyway stone that he's putting in right at the top.
Once this tunnel is finished, it'll almost be 2 miles in length.
Did you know flushing your expired or unused medications can be harmful to the environment? Wastewater treatment plants are not equipped to remove pharmaceuticals from wastewater, and when the treated water is released into the Cuyahoga River and Lake Erie, it can still contain traces of these medicines. The best way to dispose of unwanted medicine is to check for a local collection event. The Cuyahoga County Sheriff's Drug Drop Box program allows residents to deposit unwanted prescription drugs at drop boxes across the county. To find a drop-off location, visit rxdrugdropbox.com or call 211. The Northeast Ohio Regional Sewer District also makes it easy to pitch those pills and safely dispose of unwanted medications at our free pharmaceutical collection events. If you are unable to attend a pharmaceutical collection, there are ways to safely dispose of medications at home. Visit neorsd.org/pitchthosePills for more information. Protect water quality and your family by disposing of pharmaceuticals properly and safely.
Now Jen is going to talk to one of our microbiologists about water quality and testing.
Today I'm here in the Analytical Services Department of the Northeast Ohio Regional Sewer District. Our lab conducts tens of thousands of tests every single year, testing waters from area beaches, from waterways, and our 3 treatment plants as well. Today I'm here with Adam Diedrich. He's a microbiologist here at the district. Can you tell me a little bit about the study that we're participating in?
Yeah, so right now we're testing the waters of the beaches and rivers in Northeast Ohio for bacteria that is specific to humans. This bacteria lives in the human guts, and when we flush our toilets and the water goes into our sewer systems, it can potentially get into our lakes. So right now the human DNA that we're testing for is called HF183. It's a method that was developed by the EPA, and we brought it into our lab to use. It's a great tool for us to kind of mitigate the contamination here in Northeast Ohio.
As you know, we are investing $3 billion in infrastructure improvements here in Northeast Ohio, and a lot of that is done to mitigate the amount of combined sewer overflows that are here in the environment. And one thing that we're looking at is other sources of bacteria, both human bacteria and animal bacteria, to determine if the CSO is the sole cause or if it's other causes. Is that right?
That's correct. So right now, E. coli is very easily tracked throughout the environment. However, one of the big things that we're looking for is where that E. coli is coming from.
That's right. Can you show me a little bit about the work that you're doing here?
Yeah, so one of the things I work with commonly, pretty much every day, is called a micropipetter. What you do is I have this box full of tips. Get one tip. There it is. And I take this nice little blue solution that I've made, open the cap up, insert. The fluid gets drawn up. I transfer it into the other tube.
And then ideally, when you're actually running the studies, those would be samples that would be collected by our Water Quality and Industrial Surveillance Group, right?
Yeah, they go to rivers, the lakes. Certain CSOs are tested on a regular basis. We periodically get samples from our wastewater plants. So once our sample is taken from the environment and put into vials such as these, we need to break the cells up so we can get access to the DNA for the testing. For that, we employ a bead beater. It beats up the cells and allows access to the DNA. So for this instrument, you have to load it evenly. So that's why I have one vial here and one vial here. Next, we put this little cap on it. Next, we lock it, put the cover down, and the fun part,
So when the study's completed, what do we expect to find, or what do we hope to find?
well, we always hope to find no contamination. Unfortunately, that's not always true. So we monitor locations to find out if there's human DNA in our water streams, and if there is, it gives us an opportunity to figure out where it's coming from and to mitigate that issue.
Great. Well, thank you so much for having us out today, Adam, and showing off a little bit of your lab. We really appreciate all the great work that you do and the great work that your entire team does to help make our Great Lake great.
Yeah, you're welcome. Thank you for having me.
Thanks for watching this episode of Clean Water Works. I'm Jen.
And I'm Ray, and we'll see you next time.